Hey guys, I'm Hayden. Welcome back to Fitness Tested. Today I'm going to be telling you guys all about the new Saucony Endorphin Azura. So this is a newer shoe here at Fitness Sports, a little different. We got it in a little bit ago and I like it. I think it fills a gap that Saucony has. Saucony has a pretty wide range when it comes to their workout and race shoes. Their Endorphin Speed is nylon plated, it's a great workout shoe. The Endorphin Pro is their carbon plated shoe, great for races. Their Endorphin Shift is a high stack stable trainer. I think that's great. They also have the Ride and the Guide for their kind of base trainer models. And I think the Azura kind of fills the gap of what Saucony is looking for here. So it has full super foam throughout the shoe. It has no plate, which is a little weird, but it has a very aggressive geometry, which is a little different. We're starting to see this a lot in some new shoes, as a lot of these brands are starting to toy with the geometry of the shoe. So I think that gives this shoe a lot of versatility. So this guy comes in at 240 grams, which is pretty light, 35 millimeters in the heel and 27 in the forefoot, giving it an 8 millimeter drop. Comes in at 150 though, and that's the biggest thing here. It's 150 for a shoe like this. The midsole is its biggest selling point because it has the Power Run PB foam, which is the same that's used in like the Endorphin Pro in their race shoes. And so having a full slab of that is pretty good for $150. It's a great deal. Something similar to this would be like the Vomero Plus, but again, I've touched on this with Nike, is their ZoomX in all their shoes is different. The ZoomX in the Vomero is different than the ZoomX in the Alphafly. And so that's why I think that's a little different, but you get the same foam that's in the Endorphin Pro here. It just has no plate and just aggressive geometry, which I think is very different than what we're usually seeing in these brands. So a lot of these brands are just throwing a nylon or carbon plate in the shoe, throw some decent foam in there, we'll call it good. That's your workout shoe right there. I think the Endorphin Azura is kind of testing things a little bit with the geometry. And so I was really intrigued when this shoe came in. I was excited to test it out and I really liked it. I think it's a very versatile shoe. So I think the biggest selling point with the shoe is obviously the midsole because it has that PEBA based foam that's in the Endorphin Pro model, the racing shoe. And the biggest thing is this foam is bouncy. It's not like a sink-in soft like a Vomero or like a Nimbus. And the rocker geometry and the toe spring, which it's kind of hard to see it, but you can see there's a little thing right here, and that's the toe spring. And so the aggressive geometry and that toe spring gives it a lot of forward momentum when you're running. Like it was giving me a lot of, I'd say bounce, but just momentum rolling through the stride, which I really liked. And it didn't have that really harsh snap when you're running like a carbon plate gives you. The carbon plate gives you a snap, which is really hard on your calves. And so the shoe didn't give me any of that, which I really liked. That's why I think the Azura is really solid for people that don't necessarily want to be running in carbon all the time, but want like a fast, versatile shoe that they can pick up and that gives them a lot of momentum when they're running. It's a little easier on your body. It's not beating up your calves all the time. And it also comes in at $150, which is very solid. I think the shoe allows you to run a lot of different paces really smoothly. I would say the lower end of the paces like the easy run, you're probably gonna feel like you wanna pick up a little bit because it's giving you a lot of momentum through that stride. But like your workout paces, whether you're running like your tempo pace, your steady state pace, or like interval pace, like I think the shoe makes all the paces feel pretty smooth, which is why I really like it. It's a very versatile workout shoe. I think for a long run it would be great as well. A little bit lower stack, but you still have that premium foam that's in their racer models. So something really interesting about the Azura is I think nowadays a lot of these shoes think that kind of high stack, really stiff shoes with a carbon plate in it is how you create like a fast workout model type shoe. I think there's more to it. The Azura with their kind of aggressive geometry is really solid, and I think it does a great job of what you want out of a workout shoe without having a plate in it. I think that's just the biggest thing, is there's more to it than just plates and stack heights and the stiffness of the shoe. Is the geometry can get you a long ways, and it does a lot for these brands. Not having to throw a plate in the shoe makes this shoe a lot cheaper for Saucony to produce, which is kind of why it's 150 bucks. I used to think back in the day that Nova Blast for 150 bucks was a great steal, which it still is. Nova Blast is a good shoe, but for everything you get out of this, the premium foam, the aggressive geometry, which creates a lot of momentum. Obviously it has no plate, but this is a very versatile workout shoe that I think you can use for a ton of different stuff at a price point very low at 150 bucks. So that's why I think this shoe is really good. This was the Saucony Endorphin Azura. Thank you guys for watching. I'm Hayden with Fitness Tested. If you guys want to see more content like this, go to the Fitness Sports YouTube page. Make sure to like, comment, and smash that subscribe button, and I'll see you guys in the next video.